The old man handed me a handgun. He told me to shoot my beloved dog. After I raised the gun, the dog looked to me innocently. This made it impossible for me to pull the trigger, but the old man warned me if I didn't do it, my elite agent assessment would fail completely. Recalling the hardships of this period of training and the dog that had always been by my side, I ultimately couldn't bring myself to pull the trigger. The old man was disappointed and asked me to return the gun to him, but I suddenly pointed a gun at him. At that moment, a gunshot suddenly rang out from the next room. The outcome of this exam was obvious.
At least the girl's got balls.
Because of this mercy, I was expelled from the special agent program. I held the dog and took a car back home. Looking at myself in the mirror, I felt that the experiences of the past few days were like a dream. I had gone from being a lazy, rebellious youth head, with Harry's help, become a trainee special agent. After enduring the arduous selection process, I overcame countless difficulties. In the end, I had returned to being a petty criminal from the slums, but looking at the dog on the bed, I did not regret my choice. At that moment, my mother, who had been out, returned home with my younger sister, but I noticed a new wound on my mother's face. This was clearly another instance of domestic violence by my stepfather. At that moment, I could no longer tolerate it. I drove to find my stepfather, who was a thug, intending to vent my anger. With my current abilities, defeating a few thugs was no problem. But unexpectedly, the car window suddenly closed at that moment. Then the entire car began to drive autonomously out of control. No matter how I operated it, I couldn't stop it. Soon the car drove to an unfamiliar neighborhood, and Harry was calmly watching me with a tablet in his hands.
Your biggest opportunity? Over a fucking dog. And then you humiliate me by stealing my boss's car.
Then he opened the door. Inside was a dog's taxidermy specimen. It turned out he had faced the same choice back then, but Harry chose to shoot. I couldn't imagine why he, as an elite agent, would do such a cruel thing. But Harry's next words revealed the truth. It turned out the gun in the final test didn't have any bullets. Whether I fired or not was just to test my obedience to the organization's orders. These were necessary physical and mental limits tests.